guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to the vlog. This is Car Connections. Hit the thumbs up and turn on your notification button. For all my baseball fans out there, you guys know that the Houston Astros are in the World Series against the Atlanta Braves. I actually live in Houston and pretty much spent all my life here, but somehow early in 91, 92, I actually became an Atlanta Braves fan. So to me, this is like heaven on earth in some shape or form, because both of my favorite teams of all time are in the World Series. I wish both teams luck. I've been here pretty much all my life, but I am extremely biased to the Atlanta Braves. Ultimately, one of these teams has to lose, and it's gonna suck. That's it. I just want to make sure I put that shout out. It's pretty awesome to have both of those teams in the World Series. But what we're going to talk about today is it time to sell the Charger Widebody, and share with you guys some insights that I've been noticing on the market and kind of the values and some potential updates on predictive presumptions on what's going to happen with the 22 model. My understanding, based on the research I've done, is that the car's not changing pretty much. It's the same car, but there is something that's going to change, and I believe that's going to be the sticker price. And I think some of you guys are going to be in for a sticker shock for 2022. So stay tuned. Let's drive her out of this garage because I have her all the way in the back nooked in. There's Big Brother, the cat. Yes, sir. And there's a Model 3 Performance. I parked her outside because I've been daily driving that, and the Charger's been staying in the back, just chilling. And I take her on a weekend. Right now it's Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday here in Houston, Texas. And we're gonna go ahead and take her for a quick ride and just discuss what the market is looking like right now. Just real quick, for some of you guys that do have your car as a weekender, so important, right, that you drive these cars. You don't want to keep them just sitting there for extremely long times without actually driving the car or moving the car around. You want to at least turn her on for at least a good 5-10 minutes. The good thing is that these cars have auto start, and so that's pretty neat, right? You can just turn them on from inside your house and not worry for anything. Let the car run for 5-10 minutes. Like, period of time, it's more of a weekend driver. Sometimes you might not drive the car every weekend, and you might go 3 weeks or almost a month, and again, that's a big no-no. These cars, you want to drive them. It's good for the engine. You don't want them just sitting there. So I purposely, this car, because she's just been sitting in the garage, and I just take her on the weekend like I am right now. Even though I know I'm going to take her out on the weekend, I still turn her on even midweek and let the engine run for a good 5-10 minutes. Again, these cars are meant to be driven. They're not meant to sit still. I know there's some people specifically in the Northeast where the winters are brutal and they park their cars in their garage for at least a good 3-4 months, and they don't drive them because it could really ruin your car up in the north because of salt on the road and snow and all this stuff. People over there have to change tires and stuff like that. So those folks knows what I'm talking about. But for folks here that more in the south, or folks that just like to keep their cars sitting alone for a long time, you got to drive them, guys. If you let them sit too long, like 3-4 months, things start to degrade and the tires will start to become hard and frail, and you will need to replace them. So you don't want to do that because that's going to be an added expense, of course. To you guys real quick about Dodge Charger, specifically the value on these cars are starting to get pretty crazy. They're getting crazy, and so I decided just to go on Vroom, and which isn't easy. It's free to do, guys. So if you have access to Vroom, which means you have access to the internet, which means you have access to a phone, you should be able to do it. But just go in there and check the values of your cars right now, and they're pretty crazy. And what do I mean by that is that these cars are holding their value substantially, their resale value. This car, I bought it, I want to say $57,500 before tax, title, and license. And I'm going to share it with you guys right now what 3 of the major car dealers out there that buy cars are offering, like your Carvanas, your Vrooms, your CarMaxes, but even dealers themselves. So these are Dodge dealerships are becoming extremely aggressive with these cars. And again, this is not news, but you guys know why. I mean, they're just They're limiting production on these cars, which again is part of my discussion with you guys today on what's going to happen to these cars next year. And you can quote me on this, but I believe these cars are going to go up from an MSRP perspective by at least maybe $2,000 to $3,000, if not even more. So yes, I was saying, guys, don't be surprised, right, if these cars are going to go up by another $2,000 to $3,000. And I'm just talking about for like the base level, like XSTs, guys. Who knows what these Scat Packs are going to be going for, next year, and who knows what the Hellcat. The other thing people keep on thinking is about incentives. And as you guys know, Dodge offered a lot of incentives on these cars about, not so long ago, maybe about a year ago. You had power dollars that were extremely helpful in actually helping you, buy these cars. And that's just changing so much because, again, you guys all know, why would a dealership offer those type of incentives for a car that is highly sought after, and at the same time, the shortages are not helping. And so what they're seeing is there's supply and demand, and they know that the demand is high, so why offer even incentives on these cars, which is the actually opposite. Instead of them offering incentives, I believe they're going to actually increase the price of these cars substantially. Again, $2,000 to $3,000 is not chunk change, guys. It's actually a lot of money for a lot of people, including myself. And again, these are just for the entry levels. What are the Hellcats gonna do? So I actually went to a local CarMax and got the car priced out. I went to Vroom online. I haven't tried, I think it's called Ship. I haven't tried them as a source, but at the end of the day, guys, again, I paid $56,000 or $57,500 for this car before taxes. And all of them, the highest offer actually came from CarMax, which beat out Vroom, which was completely unexpected for me by almost $1,000. And what Vroom was offering on this car was $55,000. That's incredible to me, because $55,000, and I paid, again, $56,500, $57,500 for this car before taxes. I mean, that's almost 90% of the car. And what does that mean is that typically cars will lose value the first year of around 20%. That's not happening right now, guys, which again, I think reinforces the value of these cars. And not only this car, but all cars in general are showing the same thing. Here's another thing I did just to shits and giggles. As you guys know, I bought a Tesla Model 3 Performance about a month ago. What I decided to do is, and I paid $57,500 for that car. But what I decided to do is I went on Vroom just to see what they would offer for that car. And they actually offered $57,600. I mean, that's just incredible, right? So these cars are really, really, really holding their value. And if you're somebody that has a car and you don't need it right now, or you have a spare car, this is the time to absolutely sell your car. You're gonna get the max dollar for sure. Guys, it's getting difficult because I do have this car and I love my Charger and I love that I have my Hellcat, and I ordered both of them in the same color, so they're twins. But that is, will this car continue to stay where it's at? I don't know. And so, as supply tries to increase potentially, and a lot of people are saying that it's not gonna happen until like 2023, where finally supply might catch up and the cars will start becoming way more affordable and incentives and rebates will start to kick in. But so far, guys, it's hard to predict these things, right? Because none of us really know. I mean, we just don't know. And so if you're looking at a Charger and you're thinking about buying one, you're gonna have to be patient, guys. You're gonna have to wait, because it makes the most sense. Because if not, what's gonna happen, guys, is not only are you gonna pay for 22 models that are $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 more. This is sticker, guys, right? I'm talking about MSRP. What do you think the dealers are going to do, right? So if the car for 2022 is $2,000, $3,000 more expensive than it was the prior year, and the dealers know that these cars are highly sought out to, they're going to mark these cars up, guys. So if you thought we're going to pay, if the car's $2,000, $3,000 more, the dealer's going to want to sell it for another $2,000, $3,000 more. And so what ends up happening is, again, these cars start to become extremely difficult and almost unaffordable because they start to get so expensive that, what's the best interest for you guys, honestly, might be just to wait. Or if you're really into a wide body, Maybe you're able to find a used one like a 2020 that's wide body with low miles. And yeah, you're gonna pay higher than what normally, but it's gonna probably be cheaper than going to a dealership and buying the car, because you gotta understand that when you go to a dealership, guys, it's not just about going and buying the car at a higher sticker than what it is today. They're gonna charge markups, and they're gonna try to get you to buy all these warranties and all these things. And a lot of people say, well, yeah, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy the warranty. I'm not gonna do all these things. But the reality has been proven. It's been proven that almost 80% of people that go to the dealership will actually end up buying some type of a warranty that they probably don't even need, right? And so just think about everything, and then you have to go, and then you have to haggle, and then it's just, there's a whole world there. And I'm not trying to not, how can I say, demoralize you guys from buying your car. Look, if you want to go buy the car, right? I mean, that's not my intent here. My intent is just to educate you guys that it is becoming extremely tough to buy these vehicles. And this is across the board. So as you start to cross shop this car, you're going to notice that Chevrolet, right, is doing the same thing. Ford is doing the same thing. They're all doing the same thing. It's not changing, guys, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. I mean, one thing I just noticed, even just switching the topic a little bit, at Tesla just increased their price on both the Model 3 and Model Y by almost $2,000. And if they're already starting to do it, and they've raised the price on their cars 9 times this year, guys. Tesla has 9 times. Now, they're able to do that because they're dynamic enough that they're a different type of company. They're more of a tech company, and they can change their price on a dime. The traditional OEMs, such as Chrysler, Stellantis, whatever you want to call it, Ford, your traditional OEMs, what they do is they typically will change price on cars once a year. And with all these shortages, it's just bound to happen, guys. Again, I remember, please give me credit. You come back and you give me a checkbox and you hit the thumbs up on this video and say, man, Car Connection was right. Don't be surprised, guys. The price on these cars are going to increase for 2022. And what's crazy is the 2022 model is not changing at all. Like, based on my research, it's the exact same car I have today. Nothing. So all you're going to end up doing is spending $2,000 to $3,000, if not more. Remember, if not more on the car. And then on top of that, the dealer's going to want to charge their markup because they know they have limited supply. So you're going to be $6,000, $8,000 potentially on a car that hasn't changed for 2020 or 2021. So just, it's difficult right now, guys. I get it. It sucks, but you're just going to have to probably be patient. And maybe right now is not the time to buy any of these cars. And patience sometimes is needed. I know a lot of times we get super excited, and these cars offer an extreme emotional connection with people, that we will go out there and make purchases, because we get caught up on the emotion of these cars. And emotions, guys, are ultimately what hurts people. When you go to a dealership and buy a car because you're emotionally connected to it, that's when dealers know they have you. And so sometimes we just have to be patient and chill. And yeah, it sucks for us that really love these cars. And I know how blessed I am to have this car and being able to have bought this car before this craziness happened. But at the same time, guys, if you need to be very, very patient. Of course, if you see a deal on this car, you also can't wait, right? That's what another thing is. If you know you want to buy this car, right? Like, this, and then all of a sudden you see a car that's listed at a very great price. I mean, it's to the point where you don't want to negotiate, because if you know what these cars are selling for, and you find one with really low mileage, with a clean Carfax, with no issues, you need to pull the trigger immediately. and not try to haggle that person and say, hey, can you knock this down another $2,000-$3,000? Because I'm telling you guys, if you do those things, the people that are selling these vehicles, they know the value of the car. They don't need to take your offer. If you see a car and it hits the right price and budget for you, you need to just call that dealer, or you need to call that person or whoever's selling it, right? And buy the car. Don't play the game, because right now you can't play the game. And what do I mean? It's the game that we all have used in the past when it comes to car negotiations. It ain't gonna happen anymore, guys. At least it's not gonna happen for a while. So as I sit here, guys, again, if you're in the market, you're looking, you guys get it. I'm not the only person that's saying this. And so if you're in the market and again, you see it, pull it. If not, just wait, be patient. I get it. It sucks, dude. It sucks. I know. I get it. I know, because I get very passionate about specific cars. And I get it in my head. And when I want the car, I want to go buy it. Like, I want to go do it, right? You get so emotionally tied to these cars. But you also got to know when it's just not the right time. And right now, it's just not the right time. You're going to have to take a chill. You're going to have to just relax. Take it easy. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick vlog. It's a beautiful Sunday. Taking out my 2021 Charger Widebody. Has about 4,000 miles. And I'll continue to camp on her, right? I will be honest and very transparent with you guys. If all of a sudden I see these cars selling for $63,000, $64,000, $65,000, I'm going to sell the car. I know it sucks to say that, but I just am, because I literally can make maybe $5,000, $7,000 off of a car. And the other thing is I own the car for free, right? There's a trick within the car business around, if you're able to buy a car at the right price, you can almost technically drive a car for free. And the way the market is going right now, there is a lot of people out there, not just in the Mopar community, that have owned cars for 2-3 years and have actually sold them for more than what they actually bought them 2-3 years ago. And that's a great hack. There's some people are really good at this hack, which are able to drive these cars for free, which would be awesome, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure, again, you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you share and comment down below. I would really love to hear your comments on this vlog. I know it could cause some controversy, so just comment down below. I want to hear what you guys' thought. Am I talking out of thin air? Is it all BS? I don't think it is, but I get it. Everybody has their own opinion. Enjoy your Sunday. I know it's football Sunday. Stay safe. Peace.